Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks, and this is a Monday book club, I guess you could call it. And this is Simple Chic Crochet 35 stylish patterns to crochet in no time. Susan Ritchie and Karen Miller of Mrs. Moon. Okay, I'm not sure who Mrs. Moon was, but this was at time of print $12.99. So let's have a look. We've got a couple of how-to pages. We've got some contents pages. Got quite a lot of different things in here. Wow, that's got some very big kind of danglies on that, hasn't it? Let's get in, shall we? To wear. Okay, so this is crochet to wear. We've got a pullover. We've got a kind of coat dash cardigan, which they've called a granny square coatigan. It's a coatigan. Okay. Lots of bits and pieces showing you how to put it together. And this is quite nice. This is a skirt, very lacy. Very nice though. I like the drop waist kind of effect. So yeah, that's a nice one. And this is more how to do bits. If you like A-line skirts, that is. I'm not very keen on my own, for me personally. We've got a lacy sun top, which, you know, you do need to couple that with a vest, don't you really, underneath? That's quite pretty. And there it is from the back. Chunky cardigan. It's got a very big flappy collar though, but it is very chunky. Got lots to wear in here though, haven't we? A sparkly shrug. There we go. That's what the shrug looks like. Very lacy. Obviously it doesn't have to sparkle. Depends on the yarn you buy, doesn't it? Tank top, and that is a real traditional tank top, isn't it? From what I remember in the 70s, how a tank top really looked, especially the colours. Easy crochet sweater. That was, I believe, on the front, well, near the front cover, just as you come in. That's actually quite a nice pullover, I think. It's not baggy, and the sleeves are not fitted, like they're a little baggy, but they're not too bad. Not bad at all. So we've got scarves and wraps now. I like that one. It has a bit of a knitted look. It's got some metallic kind of thread going through, but it's very chunky. That's actually quite nice. So far, so good. Mainly houndstooth. Sorry, manly. Obviously, manly, not mainly. I don't think it's that manly. Just saying. We've got a ripple shawl and more ripples. Did a whole book on ripples. Waterfall scarf. Now this is the one. Oh, hang on, I missed a page. No, it's not. That is actually quite a nice scarf though, to be honest with you. I like that. So this one though, not really my thing. It's called I'm not sure if that says gross or cross treble scarf, I would say, but it's very thick. I'm not sure if I like those danglies. Ombre tassel scarf. I guess there are some people who are going to like it because it's funky, and others are going to say, not my thing. So this is supposedly for the home, and I don't think I'll put a granny stitch rug down. Big bed runner. Are you into your bed runners? 3 scatter cushions. That one was on the front cover. And this is them a bit more up close. That's the rug again, which they're calling a colourful twine doormat. So I suppose it's probably not made with yarn as such. This hot water bottle is a bit basic for my liking, but a bit of work putting those all together. Flower blanket. Oh, I guess I can see the flowers. It's quite pretty. What else have we got? That's the blanket again. And this one is a textured cushion. And there you can see it. It's got some quite nice things in here, to be honest with you. Now we've got a rug. Well, I think that might be a super chunky kind of yarn by the looks of it. Very, very super chunky. I have some yarn that thick, to be honest with you. Camping throw. Doesn't have to be used for camping. So we've got a market bag there. What have they called it? Oh, I've not got it yet. Puff mitts. Bit basic, but they'll do the job. We've got a puff bubble beret. I nearly called it a puff. Puff bubble beret. Shopping bag made out of twine. All those string bags that you know, my mum used to have one and people used to have them a lot when I was young. I used to think, just things would just get lost out of them, surely. So we've got a snowboarder's hat. It's a bit specific, isn't it? You can't wear it if you're not a snowboarder, you know. Now, you see this? When I make these, I don't just do a plaque coming from here. I'll make a triangle. I think it just sets it off a little bit nicer. It's a very nice hat, but not finished right. Pinwheel clutch bag. So let's have a look. There it is. That's quite nice, actually. Made with the right kind of yarn. That would drape really well, wouldn't it? And be nice. Could even bead that if you wanted to. Medallion choker. Very similar to that Pennies from Heaven thing I made. Oh my goodness. For children now. I made something very similar to that when my niece and nephew were babies. But I didn't have this last. It was more just that from that yoke and then and this came out just a little bit more. But wow, it's almost identical to a pattern that I used to have from, I think it was a Sirdar pattern. Might be wrong, but one of them anyway. Back in the day when I used to make things for my sister and brother's babies. Goodness gracious, that's a long while ago. This is a child's cowl. And obviously child's beanie. Deep chevron baby blanket. It's quite a pretty one. It's really hard to get these pages for some reason. Very, not sticky, but they like to stick together. So this is that baby cardigan, but to me it just doesn't seem to... It's a matinee jacket, really, the style of it, because you've got 3 buttons. If it was a cardigan, it'd button all the way. But to me, it's a matinee jacket, and it just doesn't have very long sleeves. It feels like this should go up a bit more. That row there shouldn't be there. That's how it feels in my opinion. I don't know. Anyway, a tiger toy. They like the chunky yarn in this, I think. Everything seems to have a chunky kind of vibe to it. Not everything, obviously, but most. We've got a granny square rectangle bolero. Not sure I like that, though, guys. An owl. Giant cuddly owl. I don't know how giant the giant is. There's a pair of shoes at the side. Guess it depends on the size of those shoes, really, doesn't it? Child's retro blanket. Don't know about retro. It's just a chevron blanket. I don't think they're very retro. Anyway, now we're at the techniques and the how-to-dos and all that stuff. And the teaching granny to suck eggs pages, as I like to call them. So once we get past all the teaching granny to suck eggs pages, that's about all there is. Do we have any others? What's that? Weaving in your ends. Oh, yeah. See what I mean? Teaching granny to suck eggs pages. Then we've got the index. So, what do you think of this book? There's a few things in there I quite like, I must say. But they do seem to have a bit of a penchant for the chunky and the big, thick kind of yarns. I don't know how much that book would set you back now. I've had it a little while. As you can see, it's got a kind of a scuff there that I don't know how that happened. Don't know. Anyway, that's the book. And I don't know who Mrs. Moon is. Maybe she was some kind of designer or is, and I don't know her. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. This one's been quite fast, hasn't it? I think compared to some of the other books, it's a quick one. But yeah, quite a few things that are nice. Let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.